Let's start again. Maybe we'll post that separately. I'm like, what's up, bracha? But someone's gonna click onto Gemara share, like idiot, just read the stupid Gemara already. Like this, up with the Musa Shmuz. Let's just go. Anyways, time the lulav arshishis and nichlas shvius. Still Thursday night ADHD going on over here. Time the lulav arshishis and nichlas shvius. Okay, the reason is that a lulav is the previous starts the Gemara is that it's a 6th-year lulav that goes into the 7th-year lulav. The diak is ha dishvius. If it is a 7th-year lulav, then kadosh, then it will have sanctity of shemitah. This mamish goes down to the very, very aleph phase when we learned the Mishnah, right? We learned the Mishnah, you buy the lulav, and you get to Esrog as a matana. Why? Because then Esrog as kedusha. Went back and forth to figure out what's going on. Frag to Gemara, I don't understand. The basic of everything is what? That the lulav doesn't have kedusha. And now you're telling me it does have kedusha. Says Gemara, why in the world would a lulav have kedusha? And we're finally, mamish, I still remember we read the Mishnah. I don't remember who it was. Said, I understand. The lulav doesn't have kedusha. Why not? Esther, yeah, lulav, no. What's the difference? So I said, well, one you eat. I just, I gave you a simple, you play the game. What's different between the two? I said a simple answer, and I said we'll see. Finally, we're there. It might have taken us a month. Says the Gemara, Amai eitzim ba'almohu. It's just wood. Ve'etzim ein bahem kedusha shvis. And wood should not have kedusha shvis. So it's a kasha on the previous terrace. The diak was that wood would have kedusha shvis, and the kasha of the Gemara is why? The Tanya or the Tanan changes it to Tanya. As we learned, and any reason why it's a dalid is it's proving it.
I feel like
Tanya.
we're talking about the lulav. We're talking
Let's
about
get there.
min.
Let's get there. So what Ramacham is pointing out is the Gemara's mom shouldn't go into this. So let's.
Shvius.
Shvius.
We're not talking lulav.
No, it's both, but it's a synthesis of two.
Eitzim ba'al, yeah.
Oh no, but the Gemara it's actually funny.
Just wondering why they're downgrading it. It's just
So we're about to see. So what we really have to ask yourselves, which is really what you're bringing up, is what is it, the fundamentals of a lulav. So on one hand, it's a mitzvah. On the other hand, it's a piece of wood. So what is it that's going to win out? And then within this conversation, as we're about to see, we're going to go to the very, very basics as what creates the chi of shemitah. Is that I eat the item? That's what it is? Oh, it's hana. So if it's any hana, so does the lulav give me hana? Mitzvahs are hana. Oh, but what's the klal? Mitzvahs have the hennis. That's one klal. Very good. That a mitzvah is not a tangible, it's not a fleishiga hana as the Rabbeim taught us. As the Rabbeim taught us, very good. But one can ask even more. Really? A lulav doesn't give you hana? What do you think brooms were back then?
What do you do with your lulav?
I could give you firewood. Oh, firewood.
get a good
Firewood.
We had this Shiloh.
What type of hana is firewood? The Gemara is about to talk about these things. If you ever think about fire, is a fascinating hana. What's fascinating about fire?
What?
No, go deeper. I put in the wood. The wood gives me the hana. What gives me the hana? The fire. What's the fire? The fire is the disintegration, the lack of the burning of the wood. The combustion, thank you, is the hana. Is that the wood giving me the hana?
It needs the wood.
It needs it. Okay. What is that benefit? Which really is Islam. It's a fascinating thing, which I don't know if we've ever spoken about what fire is. The reason why fire is very spiritual.
Sounds like the
Rebbe's making a
Makes no sense. No, this is nothing from chemistry. This is Sfas Emes over here. I wish this was chemistry. I wish.
suggesting a parallel that the lulav was the same way.
We have to see.
The lulav gets rid of the klipas or the rubber.
Very good. So that which we saw in the previous Gemara, which is very good. We saw in the previous Gemara. We saw that the shaking. That's real. No, very good. We saw right. What do we see? It's ma'atzer. It gets rid of all the
Bad wind.
I feel like I shake. I feel like I went too far back. No.
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 No, Chavra, where's the Gemara? Right here. No, right here.
It's on the bottom of the
Right here.
side.
Right here. Very good. That's called a tangible hana. Very good. Okay.
And
So,
what about an esrog? It's just a fruit.
but what is just a fruit?
Any fruit is a chiyuv.
Oh, why? Because you eat it.
Inherently.
You eat it. Which?
Esrog.
Where do we have this? Where do we have that you eat the esrog? No.
With something, you'd eat it. You'd bite
But
it.
he would bite into his esrog. He dip it and bite it. Very good. See how esrog is he in? Okay, so here we go.
If I would use all them to have to be for the manure in the field, which is really scientific.
Good, good, good.
But it could be for warmth, could be to cook.
Good.
food.
So let's see the Gemara. Zok the Heilige Gemara. De Tanya, as we learned in a race. Ali Konim, branches of reeds.
Tanya.
No, so I have a guy on this side of mine that changes it to the Tanya.
Changes it to the Tanya.
Yeah, I don't know why the newer Gemaras they get rid of the parentheses. I have an older Gemara and it leaves the parentheses in, which makes it easier. Either way, Tanan Tanya, it creates a you know Gimel. Zach, what's really stole your Gimel? No,
It's a different gimel.
it's not right. That Gimel.
Where's
Find it where it goes.
They missed the Gilliam. They missed the.
Yeah, there is none.
Stole it from me.
Doesn't have.
Zach, what's wrong?
They have the Gimel, but they didn't put.
Shame.
They didn't put
Shame.
Maser Shachar in there.
No. Okay, weiter. We'll do them later. Titania. We learned in a brayse. Here we go. Ali konim, ali gefanim. Reads of konim and reads of gefanim is grapes. Shegovivon, that you collected them. Lechoiva al penei asada. So you're collecting these branches for storage al penei asada.
Second version.
In the back.
Let's go out. It has the Gemara twice.
No, I know
and this
that,
Gemara-
but the front it's supposed to be on foch. They did it backwards.
The back one has all the little stuff over here.
So funny. No,
Gemara number 2, because Kinyan, I don't know.
Yeah.
You got your notes here. You are on the section.
Yeah, it's a funny word. It's a funny word. Here, chayva means storage. I'll actually be honest. Yeah. Chayva means obligation. So here it means that you're getting it to obligate. You're getting it to obligate. It's a fascinating word. Shegavan lechayva. If you look at Rashi, he says loshain machbeh. Machbeh. We're about to get to, like Boimer sees it, is like a cave to hide. Is loshain machbeh, to store. So shegavan lechayva al penei asadim. So now, why did you collect these reeds? Says the Gemara. Locked on achila. If you collect them to eat, yesh b'em kedusha shvius. Locked on eitzim. Oh, Rabbi Yaakov. Collect them for wood, then what? Ein b'em kedusha shvius. End of question. So the Gemara is asking, I don't understand. Why is the lulav, the inference of the previous teretz was that a lulav would, yes, have kedusha shvius? But once again, we see in the Brisa, it's totally why you collected these reeds. If you did it to eat, it has. If you did it for wood, it does not. Yes. What's your question?
And if I have a big party and I run out of my food
So
reeds,
then you can have a
I
mess.
could go into.
Then you can have a mess. In a chanami.
It's such a weird way of
Yes.
giving a psak on.
So the answer is, we're seeing. So what
What
are
I
we?
collected?
So what are we seeing? We're
Say
seeing.
b'shem matzos mitzvah.
Yes. What are we seeing? We're seeing that wood.
Your kavanah?
We're seeing that wood is inherently, it has a duality within it. It could be either for wood, ali gafan, and these are reeds, you can eat them, or it could be for wood. How do you determine what? So we're in the world of Shemitah, we're in the world of Kachim. How does it work? Pulling kavana. How does everything work? It's all in your mind. It's a fascinating thing. You think it happens.
You could transfer it from the
Yeah.
to the money.
Transfer it all in your mind. If I decide, right, I don't know if we saw this Gemara together. I think we did the second part, maybe. If I decide that this item is finished, that's it. It's Mekabel Toma now. What did you do? Thought. Power of the mind. That's the other way. That's in physical.
But it's thought.
It's also true. So says the Gemara, says the Kasha. Answers the Gemara. Shiny hustle. There it's different. Why is there different? The Amar Krok, because the Pasuk says, Lachem la'achla. It's for you to eat it. Lachem, for you, tum yodachila, similar to eating. Now we're about to learn something incredible. What is the definition of eating? I'm putting food in my body. Okay, break that down further. I'm getting benefit from putting food in the body. Break that further. As the Gemara is about to say, a simultaneous benefit and destruction of food. That's what eating is. Zok the Gemara, look at inside. It's a you take a thing. Yeah. Says the Gemara, very good. Lachem la'achla, lachem dum yilachila. Mi shehana asai, the benefit, ubi uroi, and its destruction is shaveh. So says the Gemara, wood is not always that, because we have to know something about wood. There's 2 times you could burn wood. You could burn wood and utilize the fire then, or you could burn wood until it breaks down, and then you pack it together, and what do you get? Coal. Coal is burnt wood. If you want long, that's what coal is, believe it or not. Yes, yes. Now, I'm not saying that if you just burn a piece of wood, it becomes coal. I don't know if that's what happens.
Make it those little bowly.
Yeah,
Get
mamish.
the
I always
that's-
thought they would mine and then this.
No. No, again, I don't know if the one we have, it might
That's
be.
different type of coal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone at the table
Yes.
is correct.
And our steel expert is going to give us
the bottom. Look at the thing. You'll see there's coals at the bottom.
Oh, I know
Very
my
good.
fireplace again.
Exactly. No, and those items are the long-lasting heat. So if you can imagine, if you want to make a pot of soup, putting a piece of wood underneath it is going to give you a flame, and that's it, finished. But if you wait, then what happens is the flame burns out, and then you have the coal, and that stays hot for a very long amount of time. So now let's think what wood does for us. Says the Gemara, Yatsu eitzim. Wood is not the same. Why is wood not the same? Shana asoin is achar biuran, because it burns, and then I get the benefit. It's not simultaneous, which really the Gemara is saying is the appropriate usage of wood is not simultaneous. You could.
You don't even need to go so far as to say coal, right? Because wood is fuel for a fire.
Yeah, correct.
So even
No,
a
but-
regular flame.
No, but at that point it is simultaneous.
Consumed,
It's simultaneous then. No, that's Kufa the Gemara is saying. If you look, I think Rashi, look at Rashi. Shan Asay B'Urei Shava, Koloimar. So Rashi, first of all, anytime Rashi says Koloimar, that means Rashi says it's not Pashut. When Rashi says Koloimar, Rashi's teaching is don't read the Gemara literally. So Gemara says, Yatsu Chila is Hana Asayu B'Urei Shava. Why? Says Rashi, Koloimar, Shana Asayu B'Urei, Shemitba'er min ha'olam, when it's destroyed from the world, Ba'in ke'echad, kigoin, sicha, when you anoint yourself with some oils, ushtia, and you drink something, or hadlokas haner, when you light oil, that all happens simultaneously. Because as the oil burns, you enjoy the fire. Me'achjasha, fine, weiter. Look at the next Rashi. Yatsu eitzim, hasak shanazan acher biran. Mishenase gacholim, zokt Rashi, you have a fire, but then it becomes coals, oifin bahem, and then you bake with them. So then the benefit is after it burns.
Wood.
But it's coming after the fire stage. Now look at the next words of Rashi. Avolulav. What is a lulav? A lulav is a broom. Zak Rashi. Avolulav. The ikar hanasay of a lulav is when lechabid es habayis is to sweep. And what happens as you sweep with your lulav? You know what happens? You destroy your lulav. Vushas biuroi. It's at the moment of destruction. We're on the first wide line of Rashi. Vilkilkuloi, and it's destruction. Vidami lahanas achila. The way you use a lulav is just like eating. It goes by both. Therefore, it goes by machshava. So let's just go back to the Gemara for a moment, and then we'll
Shava
read it
doesn't mean equal. It means
simultaneously. Very good. Let's read the Gemara inside. Shiny Yasam Damarkar Lachem La'achla Lachem Dumya Dila Achila Mishan Asayu Be'urai Shave. Which, by the way, thank you, Surely, that is what Rashi meant by his Koloimar. Because you're right. Very good. Thank you for pointing that. Shave means equal, actually. I originally just translated using Rashi. Shavit means equal. So this literal words in the Gemara mean the benefit and the destruction is equal. Zokt Rashi, what does that mean? It means simultaneous. Very good. And that excludes Yatsu Eitzim, Shana Asain, Achar Bi'uran. So now, Rashi filled in the blanks again. Where does a lulav fall in? A lulav falls in just like food. Why? Because the hana comes simultaneous, and therefore,
But if the lulav could be used as wood, it should be just after. That's not just as.
so the ikar,
It could be
good,
like a little bit
ikar. That's an ikar of lulav. That's what it is, because we the problem is we don't live in archaic ancient times. That's what lulavim were.
They were brooms.
That's what it was.
They would make their own.
not
I don't know.
They're a lulav. What is a lulav? You take the lulav and you use that
The
thing.
you used in cans.
Yeah.
A lulav
They
is
would
short
use
guy.
the gloves as broom.
They wouldn't use the one that's used for the mitzvah,
Probably got
but
it.
a
That
palm
plant, that-
spot.
That plan. that is-
Correct.
It didn't have
Correct.
things like-
Let's go one more step.
Actually, used for eating.
Let's go one more step in the Gemara.
Actually,
I asked the Gemara, Varika eitzim dimashchan. There's wood with oil in it. Wood with oil in it. Eitzim dimashchan. Tehana asanu biuran shaveh. Which means olive wood, that the wood itself lights on fire, this was what everyone was thinking before, that the wood itself lights on fire. Rashi says you make a torch out of these things, and therefore it is simultaneous. Answers the Gemara, Amar Rava, Stam Eitzim. Stam wood is ulahasaka hinaimdim, is to burn, period. And that is
Coal.
the end, correct. That is the end of our
whether that's
Gemara.
oil, that's
Correct.
normal.
It's the end of the Gemara. The Gemara is going to continue, but at least now we have a little bit of a flavor what is going on in our Mishnah with the lulav. Again,